everyone, welcome back to Window Chats with Robyn, the Instagram Live podcast where I sit by my window and chat with very interesting people. Today's guest is Rachel Sellan. So excited to chat with her. We met at a holiday party and now we're gonna talk live for the first time. Although we did talk live the first time. Oh my gosh, Rachel, I'm confused. Clearly I need you to come on. I'm gonna invite you to come in. Let's see if it works. Is it being finicky? It's been working so well for season 4. Oh, hi, Kat. Let's see if it wants to work. Da, da. Let's invite Rachel in. I should create a song. I say this every time. Oh, I see you inviting. Oh my gosh, it's like so nerve-wracking. Will it work? Oh my God.
Hi. Hello.
Okay, I can breathe. We're cool. Rachel, full disclosure, I know you're super cool, so I tried to dress cool for you. I had like a dress shirt and like a little tank thing going on. It's not my look, but I tried my best.
Oh, you're rocking it. That color looks great on you, so.
I love the blue. Now that I don't have a blue background, I'm like, yes, everything blue.
Ooh. Everything. I know, blue's great. I love blue. That's my background, and I find I look better in blue than most colors, and I try to wear more blue. Today I'm wearing green, but it's got flowers on it.
Oh, fancy.
You know, the sun is out, and I was like, oh my God, let's just wear a garden on me.
Oh my gosh, Rachel, I was so excited for like when we were chatting. I just love your energy and everything about you. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fun. I'm nervous. I'm excited. For those of you who don't know, we've only spoken once in person, and that was the interview where I think we were at the phase where we could really no longer hear each other. I'm adjusting my height. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
But
I know.
Also, like I was talking, so the other day I went to see the Raw Actors Workshop. I went to see them in person and do their thing. Oh, nice. Everyone was wearing masks. It was very safe. And I met some other people that I interviewed. And the host in me was mortified by things I said because I thought it was so funny. I'm like, I told some jokes that I thought were hilarious and people weren't responding to them. And I thought, I insulted everyone. And then I meet people that go, honestly, Robyn, we were blackout drunk. Like we were not offended. We just had no idea what the conversation. It's like the things we tell ourselves versus.
No, it's so true. I remember like standing there and my boyfriend was just like, go do it. And I was like, I don't know. And like in my head, I was like, maybe I should get another drink first. Because you're just like, it's been a while since I've like talked to people and like sat down and actually like had a camera at you while you're talking to someone. I was like, this is a lot. But no, as soon as we sat down and started chatting, I was like, oh my gosh, like we're having blast. And you're right, even though maybe we couldn't hear each other, we were just yes ending and smiling, nodding, and it was great.
I loved it. I love your pitch for yourself. Do you practice this or was this
I don't remember what I said. What did I say?
Oh, that's even better. I wanted to know because again, that was the first time I met you in person. So I said, is it Sellan? Sellan? I'm selling myself. It's Sellan. I'm like, oh, Rachel for the win. It was great. I'm like, this person with the confidence. Whew.
Oh my God. Okay. Now
it was
I know
great.
I use that and I'll use that more now because that's you know, it's funny because
memorable.
Yeah, an actor I worked with a long time ago, he actually said that. It was like Rachel, we did like it was like Lars Classington, like we did like a
I know him. I did a fun course with him. Okay.
Yeah, like we did it was like a little funny like little video thing. I've been so long I forget what it was, but he was I was like doing stuff or whatever and he was like, oh well, I'm buying whatever Rachel's selling. And I was like, what? And I'm like, I'm stealing that. I'm like, how did I not even think that's, you know, my last name is Sellan, like you're selling something here. And I'm so funny that all like it was wild. I was like, wow, I'm stealing that forever. So I'm giving you credit, Lars. That was yours.
Lars, this is game changing. I love talking to other people because they give me the best way to promote myself. I'm like, yes, I will use that now. Thank you.
Yes.
It's like actors helping actors. This is great.
That's what it's all about, man. We got to lift each other up. Otherwise, you got one actor in a movie and that sucks.
It depends on the actor, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
I mean, like, look, if it was me, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'll play all the roles. It's fine.
Yeah. You're like, sure, give it to me, man. I'll work all day, every day, 16-hour days, just me in the movie. Let's go. Challenge accepted.
I'll play like my twin, and then I'll play my mom. Maybe my dad will play.
Put like old like makeup on me, old makeup, like the prosthetics and stuff. Like really just transform me into all the characters. I'm like, let's go. I'm ready.
Fun.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna lead to a really bad comedy sketch. It's not gonna be good. Not gonna be good. But that's the best kind.
That's good.
It is, right? Where it's so bad. I've created things that are so bad that people comment that it's the worst thing they've seen. And I think, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to watch it to the full extent and for feeling the need to comment on it. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, you watched the whole thing. You decided it was the worst thing you've seen. And you commented. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, like you went out of your way to make sure you put that out there, and it's like, well, you know what? If it gave you that much like to like have to say something, then I did my job. So
resonated, right? It touched something, and
exactly.
Have you ever created something so bad that you've gotten feedback where you, not even you, or have you been part of something like atrociously terrible?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to like.
Oh wait, will this insult people? Never mind. Maybe we don't do this question. You know what I mean? Like people might not think their work is bad, and you go, "I will never work with these people again." Maybe we don't do this. Okay.
I was just gonna say, like every day, I wake up and I'm like, well, this is bad. So we're gonna work with it. No.
Classic positive self-talk for actors.
Right? You're just like, this is bad. Let's make everything good now. Yay. If you're starting down here, you have all this room to go somewhere else. So, whatever. That's why we journal.
You got to set the expectations low. There's nowhere to go but up. I told that to people and they said, Robyn, that's negative. I said, no, that is so positive because you cannot disappoint me. The bar is so beyond low. There's nowhere to go but up. It just makes sense.
Exactly. There was like this funny, well, it's not funny, but this quote that I heard on like TikTok or whatever, but it was like, oh, are you afraid of like people like, hating you or this or that? And she's like, well, I already hate myself enough, so no one can hate me more. And I was like, and I know it's such a negative like thing, but it was just like, wow, like no one can break you down when you're like, well, I already hate myself enough. And you're like, shit, man, that's the reality I want. Like, where you're just like, yeah, whatever, you can't hate me. I'm here and I'm already like, I'm trying to love myself as much as, Anyways, long story short, I just thought it was funny seeing that, like hearing that, thinking it was gonna be this positive, like, whoa, like enlightening thing. And then she says that and I was like, well, shit, man, we all are living in some dark days here.
There's such it's funny and sad at the same time, but it's true. Like whatever someone says to me, I'm already thinking it, right? So you can insult me. I've definitely thought that, and I could up your insult to myself. So there's no need to give me the negative. Like I'm good.
I'm already there.
You missed a point. Here's what you should add on.
Also, just to correct you, it's actually worse. Yeah.
This is what you missed to critique me on.
Oh my God. And here's how to go about it next time, just so you really dive it in and drag it in there and really knock me down. You're like, what just happened?
You're doing a class or something, or even you're watching a self-tape with someone and they're giving you positive feedback and go, okay, so love that. Or maybe a little bit of here's how you can improve. Not only do I need to improve, but here's what sucked.
Can you imagine if self-tapes were like that? Okay, so we're not going to talk about what you did right. We're going to talk about all the shitty shit you did. And then you're going to do it again. And you're like, oh, wow. Okay, let me just like, cry inside and then try to act normal on the outside.
See, but I think we're at this point now where I should be like, yes, I agree. That was utter shit. Thank you for telling me that so we can both agree, we move on, and we never remember it. You know what I mean?
True. And if you're doing the utter shit there, then you can get through that, and then it's all just beautiful flowers and butterflies after that, right? So
I love that I'm just staring at your chest now. Like
I know. I'm like, look at the flowers. People are like, it doesn't even look like flowers. I'm like, they swear they are. As I look at them to make sure.
Are they? Is this what's blooming down here? Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so fun. Okay, so I watched your demo reel before. I like to do my research.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. I love you, and I don't know if that was Hallmark per se, but that movie of the week vibe. I see it for you, and I understand why you booked it. And I'm like, this is great. because the problem I have with movies of the week is when you audition, it is hard. Like, it's hard because you have to be real. And sometimes it's really hard to be real with that stuff where you go, I would never talk like this. Golly gee, goodness. I don't say that. What is that? But you got to sell it, right?
Yeah.
And
you got it.
And there was so much, you just brought so much to the table in that first clip that I was watching. What was it? I can't remember the name of it.
Win?
Yes. It was great.
I thank you so much for saying that. It's so funny because they're doing construction, so if you can hear a little rumbling, no. Okay, good. Yeah. But that movie actually, it was like one of those ones that I booked after like a dry spell, and it's so funny because I shot that audition up north at my boyfriend's parents' place, and I didn't have like my lights, I didn't have my mic, all I had was the camera. And we just kind of like picked a spot in the corner in the basement where it was quiet, and we just kind of did it. And it was one of those audition tapes that, you know, when like, I don't know, we always like overthink things, and we're always like over prepping or this, and just like, this has got to be perfect. This has got to be perfect. And with this one, I kind of just like was like, okay, well, this is what we got. This is what we got to do. So it's whatever. At the end of the day, it's just about what I bring to the table, and, you know, whatever. It doesn't have to be about all these like fancy things. Just do it. And you know what? We did it, and then I booked it, and I was like, it's so funny. Like some of the auditions that I try so hard, and you're like, oh, I did so well. And then some of it you're like, oh gosh, I didn't really have enough light on me. I hope they got to see like my emotion or whatever. And then they're like, yeah, it was perfect. And you're like, oh my God, I don't get it, but I love it. You know, it's just, but yeah, that was just such a great time, and it got me out of that funk, and I was like, oh, I'm acting again. So I thank you for saying that, because that was one of those roles I was like, oh, and it was like, you know, around who I am, like a athlete. So it was fun to be able to play like a professional athlete, and also something that I've never done before, which is skiing. So that was fun.
Wait, you've never skied before, and you had to ski?
I didn't have to.
Okay.
They were like, oh, we can have you ski. And I was like, I don't. And they're like, okay, that's fine. So I have all the equipment, and I'm like, is this how people hold their ski equipment? Like, how do I do this? Like,
you can't hold it gracefully. It is not a graceful thing.
I know, I'm trying to look good.
Do I hold it in front of me like a weight? Okay. And then you hold it on the side, you're whapping people when you turn. It's great.
Yeah, and I had to walk in the boots that you obviously, yeah, so I'm just like, they're like, yeah, it's a little awkward. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like rolling every step. I'm like, this is, hey, whatever, man, I'm doing it.
I haven't skied in so long, but I never understood. I'm like, I understand they clip into the skis, but it is so awkward when you're not on the skis to have to walk in them. Like, why have they not progressed this technology? I don't get it.
Oh, one day now, someone's going to be like, I've got an idea.
Yes. Oh, well, we were watching the chat, and I thought, yes, skis. I will create this. We'll take 10% basic.
Yes,
basic 10%.
yes.
So we'll each get 5. That's fine. Yeah, we'll be generous.
Yeah, and every year it'll just get bigger.
Take a royalty. I've learned from Mr. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. Gotta get that royalty. Oh,
yes. So okay, you said you were an athlete, and I don't think I know this about you.
Yeah, like in high school, I played, well, volleyball was the big sport, but I also did a lot of track.
Intense.
Yeah, you know what? I actually, I was like super into high jump. I loved it. And my mom actually would take me after school, and like I'd go practice with like with a coach, and I had like even the shoes with the spikes in it. Like it was just, I was all into it. And I went to OFSA for high jump, and I couldn't even jump my personal best. Like it was so bad. I like got there, and there's like 7-foot woman, like just like, oh yeah, just still like hopping over the bar, and I'm like flopping over the bar. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, I can't. Like these women are like way up here, and I'm like, okay, first time at OFSA for high jump. I'm not going to do well, but it was so fun. And sports in school was just, it made school just a better experience, because you got to have like that, oh my God, words in the morning are
I know. I got to do these later.
Right? Oh, but just the friends.
Yeah.
just the group of friends that you had and you made, and then the experiences of going through. Yeah, there. Thank you.
I felt the word. Yeah.
Right. You're like, it's coming, it's coming. But yeah, it was just going through those experiences of like winning and losing and just coming together and having chance and this, and yeah, I loved it. So sports was always big, and I started playing volleyball in my like later years. But I was like, okay, I got to start doing things like, taking acting classes on like Mondays instead of playing a sport that I love. But I'm like, I got to put my money to places that will, help me grow and become the Oscar winner I want to be.
I mean, look, they could be doing an Oscar film regarding volleyball. And
I actually had an audition for it was a volleyball thing. Or no, it was something else. And the director like saw that I play volleyball or whatever, and he asked me, and I was like, yeah, I love volleyball. And he was like, oh, I'm actually coming out with like an HBO thing, a volleyball, whatever. Like, give me your agent, and I'll send them. And this is years ago, Robyn. Like, I swear to God, like I was like,
it's still in the making. It's still in the making. That's what's happening.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they know it's me, and eventually they'll be like, oh, that girl, yeah, bring her in. But yeah, I just remember that. I was like, oh my God, I would love to be in a volleyball movie. Like, are you kidding? And then still, I'm like, where is it?
But here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. It's not going to be real volleyball. Volleyball. It's going to be their version, film appropriate.
Yes.
Because I learned this I'm also a physiotherapist, and I was on set once to help people, navigate some rehabilitation scenes. Shout out to Sean's sister and Full Out, love the movie. And yeah, I gotta throw those. But and they were saying, okay, Robyn, we need this because this is what the clip should be. And I'm like, well, that's not a thing. And like, okay, so we're just gonna do that. I'm like, okay, cool, that's not a thing. And I remember my biggest memory is the lead actress came in, and she was on one crutch at the point. Okay, cool, one crutch. And it was not the correct use, but with continuity, they had filmed every other scene with her one crutch walking like that. And I'm like, why did you not ask me? Oh God, what is that? I don't understand.
Oh my God.
You can't change it. She has to stay. So it was just so, those things where you specialize in something and you go, why did they do that? Again, nothing against the film, just things that I noticed. Like, oh, dilated on the inside, it's fine. But it looks good for the camera. Too. It looks good for the camera, right? And you go, okay, I see that. I see, you're struggling a bit more. I get it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, volleyball, will you be able to actually play the game? What shots will they get in? Will there even be the right amount of people on the court? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it called the court? I don't really know volleyball.
Yeah, court. Will they have like a little trampoline so people can like be like in the air hitting a ball where it's like, oh my God, she's got a good vertical. And you're like, there's a trampoline. Yeah. But
it's funny because that's a good shot. Ooh.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If they got like an undershot and you're like up there, ooh, I'd be like, that's like some like goosebumps, like the music's like coming in.
You've been working on the high jump, so you don't need the trampoline. That's why they should hire you.
Yeah,
you have the high jump background. You are good to go. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's been many years
now. Okay.
I'm always jumping around. It's
muscle
cool.
memory. It's long enough,
right? Okay. It'll be fine. I actually do dream of playing, like doing like a high jump like movie. Like I know it sounds so weird, but I know that there's a story out there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but I know
it's really like
a story, like a
I need
a
to
really
under
nice
like
life story.
The high jump is a fascinating sport to me because I thought, did you just decide you want to jump? Because there's all the different, you just want to jump high instead of the other way, vertical instead of horizontal. What's the deal?
So my best friend in high school, her name is Stesha, love her. She was a fast runner. Like she was like she broke her foot while running because she was so fast. Oh. So she was the runner and I was the jumper. So I did long jump, triple jump, and high jump.
What's triple jump? Why are you jumping 3 times?
Yeah, so you do you do 3 steps. So the regular long jump, you just hit the plank and jump. Triple jump, you do 1, 2, 3, hit the plank, then jump. I don't know. It made sense in high school.
It does make sense. It's just didn't know this. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just like, even now when I would try it, I feel like I'd look ridiculous just because there was so much to it.
Fully commit. and you will not,
tuck and roll, whatever. Just get in sand, okay? But the high jump, I just really loved a lot. And I think just doing it once is like, that's so fun. You just hop over the bar, land on like a big mat. This is cool. And then I just started to like, you know, competitively do it. And then it got more intense because, you know, you're winning. It just, remember like there's like zone and then there's like salsa and all that. Like, do you remember all those like little
do I remember it as if that's very sweet that you think I have a track and field background? That's adorable. No, I do not remember.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about, gibberish.
I watched the Olympics as a casual viewer, and I respect the jump. And you're literally raising the bar on yourself in that sport. So no, I don't know anything.
Literally, that's good. Literally raising the bar. Yes. Well, yeah, no, I just excelled in the high jump. The long jump, triple jump, I don't know. I just didn't have the hops, like the long hops. But when it came to high jump, I was doing so well and I was training. And yeah, when I went to OFSA, I was like, dude, I'm at OFSA for high jump. And
what is OFSA?
So
I was like, scared to ask. I thought I should know. I was going to look it up after our chat, but
yeah, and I honestly don't even remember what it is. Like Ontario something. But there's like zone is like in your area, like you and a bunch of other schools like compete to move on to like SASA, which is a bigger area. Oh my God! Anyone watching this knows all this is like, oh my God, like figure it out. But
I thought you were saying salsa, so it's like a dance.
Salsa, yes.
Okay.
But no, OFSA is like the final competition. So I mean, cool. Like, so I won OFSA like volleyball grade 11 and grade 12. So that means that we're just the best in Ontario.
Ooh.
So so OFSA was just going to be the best, and I got 20. I like placed 20th for high jump. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Out of I think there was like 30, hopefully. It could have been
out of 20.
I don't know. Who cares? I hit 20. I'm okay.
You're still
with
that. You're at the last phase. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Top 20 is a thing, whatever.
I did not know this side of you. I love these chats. I never know what's going to come up.
Yeah.
Unscripted. Okay.
Dun, dun.
What's going to happen? I learned about the high jump today. Ooh.
Yeah. No, it's because I'm also that person. I like walking around listening to music, and obviously anyone does, or most people do podcasts, whatever tickles your fancy.
Obviously everyone listens to Window Chats with Robyn.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, come on, people. But why do I get so close to the camera? Like, no one wants to see
no,
that.
I'm doing that too. Hi. Because maybe you'll hear me more. Maybe we'll connect. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you see into my eye, you see how serious I am. But no, I like certain songs. I like putting them. I like making like a movie in my head, and I always like the song like Fatboy Slim, Right Here, Right Now. Every time that pops on, I always just picture myself like running to like go do the high jump, and I just like make little trailers in my head, and I don't know. I don't know, it makes me feel good because I'm like, maybe one day, like I'm manifesting this, I'm thinking about it, like I'm feeling it. Yeah, and who knows, but no, I love that. There's certain songs that I hear and I'm like, ooh, that's like if I was running in a cave and people were chasing me and then I'm like shooting. Like, I know it sounds so weird, but like I just try to make
No, you're doing what actors do. It is not weird. It is your way of expressing yourself. It is very free. I love this. Coming this spring.
Yes. And you're doing it and you're like, that's so cool. And
reaching higher heights. Rachel Sellan.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know what's the pose for when you achieve like
what's
the poster? Have you thought this through?
It would probably
are
be
you
like
holding the stick? Okay.
Maybe it would be like if there's like, I don't know, would it be like me like going over it and it's just like the shot of the bar and then body over? Yeah, that would be cool.
That is the poster.
Right? Woo. And it's like reaching new heights, like you said. Boom. Chills.
I like this. I have to think of a title later. This is, or if anyone's watching, feel free to suggest it in the chat. Keep it clean. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how you can make high jump dirty, but you know what? There's creative minds watching this.
You never know. Someone right now is like,
yeah. Oh yeah, high jump.
I got you. Challenge accepted. I love it. Oh, I love it.
Fascinating.
So you know what? I know that you do window chats, and I saw that you're by the window, so I wanted to make sure I was by a window too. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
It's not our windows to have a chat. Yeah,
it's really just because I don't want those lights are so powerful, and then I'm sweating when I have the self-tape. I'm like, I'm just gonna use natural light, save some money. Yeah. I don't want the lights to burn out. Those lights are expensive. Yes. I have the little softbox lights. I'm like, I'm not made of softbox money. What is this? Okay.
What is this? What is this stuff? No, it's true. And the lights, the sweat is real when those lights are on. Like, bad. I'm always like, all right, give me a little, like, I literally have like a dab thing. I know it sounds so, I always say that. I know it sounds so weird. I gotta stop saying that. But I'm just a sweaty person. I just am. And it is what it is. I drink too much water.
I wear the loose shirts. And then no.
You have to.
Yeah. Paul made a suggestion for the title. I'm not going to say it out loud, Paul. But I appreciate the humor. He's funny. That's
nice.
I mean, there's a lot of options, right? He went there. Yeah. So thank you, Paul, for that. Let's leave the people not watching it live in suspense. And the comments don't save, and that's a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think last time I did something like this, I was like trying to go through the comments afterward, and none. I was like, okay, well.
You got some love in the beginning. I just, you know what the problem is? I get distracted talking to my guests. There was love. There were hearts. People appreciate you. Or me. I mean, it's hard to tell. You can't differentiate. Us as a unit. I think we're doing well. So.
Yes. We both come together to be live. So it's a unit.
Oh, I can't say sell ourselves. That's just, no, it has to be selling yourself. It has to be. There's nowhere to go. This is amazing. This should be like everywhere. I should just see Rachel selling herself. Oh wait, no, don't write that. That's so bad. Maybe phrase it differently. Oh, that's so bad. Oh no. Okay.
It's just gonna be Rachel now. That's it. So funny because I used to hate my name. I used to hate Rachel. I hated it. Yeah.
My mom for the longest time would say, Robyn, I wish I named you Rachel. So Rachel has a special place in my heart. Yeah. I like Robyn, Robyn with a Y, very fancy. Yeah. But it was apparently supposed to be Rachel. I'm like, I don't think I'm a Rachel, but I see you being a Rachel. I see it.
Yeah, thank you. And no, I love that it was Robyn or Rachel. I love that. The R's.
The R's. Yeah.
R's, but R. But no, I just like when I was growing up, everyone had like great names. Like I had a friend, her name was Morgan. I had a friend named Melissa. Like I had a friend named Kayla. Like they just had such sweet, pretty names. And I was like, Rachel. Now I love it because I'm like, hi, I'm Rachel Sellan and I'm going to book this. You know, you feel good about it. Yeah. But it's funny. I hated my name. So weird.
I just feel like it's a lot of self-hate in general. Like I could just hate anything about it. It was a gift. Honestly, it is resume worthy, the amount of hate I can have for myself. I don't think it'll take me anywhere. But if anything, it impedes you. But
yes. But they say your name is a compliment, you know, and I guess when I was younger, I was like, oh mom, that's so rude. I'm going to change my name. Now I'm like, when someone's like Rachel, I'm like, that's my name. Like that is my name. That is my name. I don't know, but no, it's nice.
Box dancing.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yes.
I don't know how else to move in the frame. So I just stick with the bow.
Good.
Oh, thank you. Nice. Thank you. This is all the, dance training pays off. Okay.
Hey. Yay. Interview live training dance, right?
Hey.
How can I move in this?
Oh my gosh. As you did this, I'm like, yes, let's discuss self-portraits.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's
so for those of you following Rachel on Instagram, she does a lot of self-portrait. I can't even do them because you have like a thing and you do the arm and it's I don't know. You're cool. Explain what these are.
Yeah.
Other than obviously it's a picture of you.
Yes.
But I pieced that together.
That's all. That's all. Yeah. But no, it's well, I was doing like so many auditions and I'm not like a big poster. I'm not a big person to post on Instagram. I never really know. Like, I don't share everything. And I get it. I just don't know how to Instagram. And I'm okay with that. I know that it's important and vital and whatnot. But, you know, I'm just going to take my baby steps and figure it out on my own. But yeah, the self-tape portraits were just, you know, I was doing so many auditions and having fun. And I was like, oh, you know, Keelan always helps me with my auditions. I was like, let's take some shots after the audition, like just so I can have like these like photos of, you know, how I felt, if it was good or bad or whatever, just to have some, you know, because I always like journal afterwards. So it's like nice to have like a photo to the journal, just be like, oh, look at that, whatever. But then I was just like, you know what, let's take like screenshots from like the auditions, like, you know, and then just share that. And then eventually, you know, it'll just be a bunch of different screenshots of what I was feeling in the audition or whatever. And yeah, so I just figured that would be a nice way to like share what I'm doing / post enough on Instagram that I'm still, you know, relevant.
Classic relevancy.
I don't know. You know,
as I keep archiving photos. I'm like, I don't want anyone to know that much about me. I will remain as much mystery as I'd like to be. You will not know. I think people were saying, I don't even know how this came up. I was doing some networking and they're like, wait, you're married? I'm like, I hide my husband now. It's not your business.
Yes, that's my life. Okay?
Yeah.
It's my life.
He's adorable and he's mine. Maybe it's more of a possessive thing and I'm concerned. Okay.
No.
he needs an adult.
Like no one needs to know. But no, I think there's something really nice about that. Not, you know, just I like keeping my private life private, and sharing, you know, things I have to do with my actor life or whatever. I mean, they're the same thing, but it's just, I don't feel the need to share everything that I'm feeling or everything that I'm doing. I almost like to like hide in the shadows and then like come out and be like, oh, I have 3 movies and this and that, you know?
Yeah. I was just picturing like what we do in the shadows. You're training. This is method acting. And then you just pop out. Hello.
Like, hey, hello, like blooming like a flower. Like, ooh, you thought I was gone. Here I am.
Surprise!
Yes, exactly. So, I don't know. So that's just my way of like just putting stuff out there without having to like put all the stuff out there. So I don't know. I think it's fun, and you know, Keel and I have fun doing it. So I'm like, whatever, post it, let people know.
Does he approve the photo? Do you choose the photo? How does that work?
So I go through them and I'm like, yay or nay, yay or nay. Because, you know,
I'm the word. That's why I'm like, Mike, just, you know, tell me. Because I can't.
Yes.
And then he tells me, and then I choose the other one. So it's great.
See, and that's the thing. He'll like go through it and he'll be like, oh, that one. I'm like, no, I don't like that one. And I'm like, cool. I like that you like that of me, but I can't actually put that out there without me looking back and being like, what the hell was I thinking? So yeah, he does make a good, like a lot of decisions in that sense where I'm like, okay, I'm overthinking it, or I just like, there's a piece of hair that I don't like.
It's always the hair. Every time I'm like, what is my hair doing? And even on these lives, I'm like, why is there a piece here? I can't use this clip. It's like no one told me the piece was out because I'm looking at my guests and I've had this piece of hair out the whole time. What is that? Okay.
I hate that. My hair's always going rogue on me. Like
when this becomes a real thing, I need hair and makeup on standby. Legit.
Yeah,
you know, like
when
this
here.
I just need people to just be here in the background, being like fixing it, and be like, cool, I'm going to continue the interview, but just fix. Thank you. Okay. Touch up.
That's what I love about on set. They're like, okay, touch ups. And I'm like, yes, come and pat on my face and do this with my hair. Okay, we're ready. I love that. Don't even have to think about it. They're just there, making sure you look good. And you're ready to go.
I used to think, oh no, did I do something wrong? Why? Was I sweaty? Do you know that I was sweating and nervous for this take? Is that why? Oh God. Did it come across? Was there just sweat dripping down my face?
Oh my God. That's what I say now. Whenever I film anything, I'm like, please tell me if I'm sweating, or like at least like just say I look shiny. Like you could just be like, dab yourself. Because there's nothing worse than watching things. I mean, like I am visibly sweating, and in this scene, I'm having a great time. Like, why am I nervously sweating? Like I shouldn't be doing this. So yeah, I always tell them like I'm a sweaty person. I drink too much water, or I work out too much. I don't know what it is, but I ain't doing any Botox weird things. So sweat is just gonna pour. That's just where we are now. I don't care. I don't care.
You're welcome. You're in the sweat zone.
Welcome to my sweat
zones for rides. There's sweat zones for.
Yeah, where you don't necessarily get sprayed, but you start to take on the sweat too, and you're like, I don't usually sweat. Like, stay away from her. She is emanating hot.
But here, I actually legitimately worry, and I've never had this issue. So I'm like, I've never had this. I don't want to say opportunity because I would be very nervous. But if it's an intimate scene, and I would be already so freaking nervous. And then it's like, okay, look, you might slip off of me. I'm so scared. Like just sweat from places I didn't know could be sweaty kind of vibe. Like, I'm worried about that. I'm like, can you pat everything down? How does this work?
Oh my God.
They'll be sweaty. Like, what if, what if their body hair absorbs my sweat and then it gets rubbed back? It's very visual, but these are things that I think about. Oh, I think, why I thought about this? Because yesterday, when I was watching the scenes at Raw, there were people doing some intimate scenes. And then again, I went there, I'm like, oh, this would be so interesting on set if, they were a little more disrobed and like all this stuff started happening. And I'm like, oh, intimacy coordinators needed. Again, nothing, again, it was just my mind going somewhere. Everyone did a great job, but I'm just like, oh, intimate scenes are so awkward. I'm never like, yay, I can make out with someone. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I want you to touch me. Like, and I don't know what you're, like, what's the sweat situation? What's the smell? What's the facial hair? Like, what? I don't know.
What are we dealing with here? Yes. No, I hear you. I did a film like last year or whatever, and I was wearing the same wardrobe the entire movie, and we were like away at a cottage, and I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna be able to watch this every day, and I sweat. And on camera with the lights, doing scenes over and over again, you're like, hey, I'm gonna sweat. So I bought, there's actually things that you could buy.
Oh yeah.
It's like it almost like, it's like a pad almost that you can put in there and it absorbs your sweat. And it was like a game changer. Like it was still very sweaty, but like I could wear my shirt without it being like, like 3 days of sweat. Now here's another day, like it was kind of nice.
You gotta raise your hands, and if it's like a sweaty day, you had to like run uphill and go, hey guys, check out my fits.
You're like, I sweat a lot. No, this is water. I was just trying to make it look like I sweat. No, it's sweat. And it's the worst. Sweat is not like I guess it's never sweat, whatever. But
spoken to people about sweat for this long. But I appreciate this. I very much do. It's the stuff that we don't say, like these are things that we think about, the important stuff, the sweat. The sweat that goes into the career, the sweat that leaves our body, the sweat. Okay.
All the sweat. I know someone right now would be like, hey, drop it.
Like, can we stop talking about the sweat? And be like, guys, we are talking about this for a reason. These are human issues. We are humans. These are things that everyone thinks about. And now we've raised awareness. This has been a PSA for sweat. Thank you for watching.
There you go. Now everyone come out with sweat-proof everything. That would be chef's kiss.
Ooh. Yeah. It would be really weird if a chef kissed all their food. That's just like not even COVID friendly at this point. I don't want a chef kissing my food.
No. Can you imagine if chef kissed? Can I pay extra to get the chef to not kiss it?
Yeah. Can we just remove the lip imprint, the saliva that may have been
why does he have to
the
wear
dish? This was a cocktail. I don't understand. What part should I avoid on the martini? Like what? No.
You're like, what are we dealing with here? Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good. It's a hard job. It is.
Everything's hard.
Everything. But you know what though? I'm like, okay, cool. I embrace it now. It's like, it's hard. Great. It means it's going to get easier. Let's go. Like when will it get easier?
Very
I
true.
don't know. Let's just, Well, during the COVID year, I wanted to like really do the splits. I know it's super random, but
feel you, because the only reason I learned is because I got cast in a role and I had to do it. And I thought, no, you didn't even ask if I could do it, but sure, I'll teach myself. Yeah. And I did not do it I did it for the show. It's fine. And then afterwards I got very injured from it, but you got to do it the right way. Because it's not just stretching, it's strengthening as well. And so I learned that. I'm like, well, younger me would have appreciated this knowledge, but it is hard. It is very hard. And just the forward, like center, I don't know. Do I have the hips for that? What is, I sound like I'm 80, but you know what I mean? Like, God.
It was wild. Yeah, it took me like the hips, 100%. And I didn't realize it was very hip, dominant. Like I was just like, oh, whatever. Like, I mean, I can't do like the middle way. I could do like the left and the right way, like the side ones. The middle way, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go through that, because that pain, even just going down in it, I'm like, I want to cry, and then I roll out.
Well, the inner
and I'm
thigh we always overcompensate using our inner thighs for everything. So it's just because we always stretch it, we never really strengthen it unless you have those, those Pilates rings, and even those. Like
no,
I'm getting you do a lot of fitness, girl. I was watching your fitness stuff on the Instagram. I really did creep you. It was fun. And you're doing some cool moves, and you're making your space work. I was thinking, okay, guys, There is no reason anyone living downtown should not make this work. Rachel figured it out. Like you're
Yeah.
using the wall. You have the little.
Yeah, the little truck thing. Yes. Well, I'm a beach body coach. I don't promote it as much because, well, I'm just, again, I'm not good at the whole social media, like, hey guys, like, what's up? Like, you want to, you know, I just don't.
I
just
would
can't.
watch that. Please do that. Ironically, I would follow you. I would.
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
Hey guys,
It's just,
singing my Smithy, what's up?
I
just
know,
like got
I
my
just-
gains in. I would love that very much.
I feel like if I were to do it, it'd be like, hey, what's up, mother peoples? You wanna work out? You gotta do it, all right? Like, I feel like I would just be a very carefree kind. That's what I would want to do, but realistically, when I try to do it, I'm like stressing, trying to say the right thing, and but I was promoting it, and like I was just trying to show some of the workouts from like Beachbody, and I was having fun doing the little reels, and then, you know, just like, all right, you know, I'm not working out for anybody but myself, and the videos were fun, but they were also stressful, like trying to put it together, trying to get good music.
You did such fancy things. There were 3 exercises in one. I'm like, oh, I know. I tried to create a physio account and I gave up because I go, no, other people are doing this and I don't have the time. This is exhausting.
That's what it was, Robyn. It was exactly that. I was like, everybody's doing this and everyone's doing it. Like, that's why I picked the corner of my room, because someone was like, just make sure it's a consistent thing. People are seeing the same kind of thing, but different. You know what I mean? People like to, I don't know. It was just, there's so many rules and steps. And I was like, I am not a rule person and step person. I just kind of dive in, do it. And if it doesn't work, I'm like, hey, why and how? And then if the how is bigger than the why, I'm like, okay, next, what else?
And again, like even the fitness tips, I thought these are interesting. I questioned some of them. I've never heard of them, but I didn't fully research them. I was intrigued. There was one, if you drink the water of the raisins, or what was it?
Yeah.
I have never heard of this. Yeah.
Like you soak raisins in water and you drink that.
Soak the raisins. They're delicious, nice and plump, and you get a little bit of sugar, a little less sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually never did that. Like soak them and they're less sugary because they kind of,
well, because you know I figure like osmosis, diffusion, whatever sciencey word it was, it just made sense.
Yes, science. Well, yeah, no. So I guess that's just like good to like clear out. Maybe clear out. Good for your. I'm always looking for things that are good for your gut.
No, I get that. It's very on trend. I was going to tell my husband if it worked, but then I wonder, are people just getting so sick that it's clearing them out? And I don't want to test it. That's why I wanted to research it. You know, people are just, oh yeah, that cleared me out. Just because no one should ever do this. Yeah. And that's where I went.
That's hilarious.
But
like I almost died, but it was great.
Yeah, totally. Like passed out 3 times that day, but yeah, guys, I feel cleansed. Oh yeah,
I feel cleansed.
This is the way you do it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm literally puking and sweating, and my face is green. Like I'm the healthiest I've ever been.
Yes, I'm okay. Don't mind the shrivelness of my body. I'm okay. Just like,
I mean, but you know, here's the thing. I fall for everything, and I know on Netflix there were so many different, like, here are the diets or here are the new trends, and I would try them all just because curiosity, but also compelling storytelling, very convincing. And I try it and I go, well, that didn't work for me. I feel sick, or I didn't know you could gain weight on this.
You're like, wait, what am I doing wrong?
I thought,
it's like the things on like TikTok, like hairstyle things, or even on like the reels on here, hairstyle things. It'll be like so easy. Someone's like, okay, you scoop your hair like this, you scoop this, do that, and I'm like, cool. And then I go do it. And then my hair actually ends up like knotting itself, and then it turns into a giant mess. And I'm like, I don't know how, like, I can't, like, I could look at a video and be like, that's how you do it. And then I go to do it and I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know. I can't follow anything on there.
No, everyone makes it look so easy. It's not you. Okay. I bought these curlers that were on Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, whichever one. And I'm trying to use them because you're supposed to sleep in them. And then you wake up and your hair's stunning. And I'm like, oh, cool. My hair's really long during the pandemic. I'm going to do it. Just utter disaster. Just what is this? This is just one loop. I don't know what happened. I disagree, and obviously no refunds because I didn't use it till like 4 years later. But fine.
No, naturally, that's what we do.
That's on me.
That's what we
Okay.
do, yeah.
It was just sitting in a corner and I had time during a pandemic. Fine. But
Fine, whatever.
you just feel like inadequate as a person. Like, these are basic
Yeah.
instructions. All these young teens can figure it out. What's wrong with
And
me?
do it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know the one that you it's like the band and you like curl your hair around the band and then you sleep on it, whatever those are. Anyways, I know you could do it with like a cotton shirt or something that's like long and you just like curl your hair around it and sleep. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this because I just
try
1 week not put heat on your hair, just do it. So I did it and I like really like curled it around there and it was like nice and tight and I was like, all right. And without thinking, I'm like, wait, if this is really tight, what are the curls gonna look like? It didn't cross my mind. I was like, just keep curling around. Oh my God, Robyn, the next day I wake up, I pull it out. My hair like is down to like here. It's fairly long. It was up to here in curls, like serious curls. Like I was like, I cried. I was like, oh my God, why didn't it work? So I had to like water my hair down and blow dry it down. I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'll just blow dry my hair. I'm all good with that. At least I know what's going to happen and what the outcome is. Like, I'm good. Those other ones, I'm like, no.
You know what? You look very good with long hair. I tried to pull it off and I looked like I was like choking myself. Someone should help her. It was very, even now I'm like, I got to trim it. But you just pull it off. It's a very nice look on you.
Oh, thank you. I've had long hair my whole life. Did you just see that in my head?
I heard something. I heard something. Oh, she okay?
Like my ears are just like, ugh. But no, yeah, that was so weird. Yeah, I've always had long hair, and I started acting, I think like for sure at like 13, and I just never changed my hair, never ever changed it. And I mean, I do have to get a haircut really bad, but yeah, I'm like, maybe one day I'll book a role. Well, I will one day book a role, but they'll be like, we're going to cut your hair or we're going to dye your hair blonde. I'm like, I'm waiting for those times.
That is a fear of mine.
I know. I'm like, you pay me enough.
That's the thing. Look, okay, the ones I've been doing, there's no way they're going to pay me enough to justify that. If it paid enough, would I do it? I don't know. And this is the conversation I have with myself. I like to prep myself for the hard questions again.
Yes. Agreed.
The awkward intimacy with the sweat, the coloring my hair.
the interviews. Oh God.
I'm really worried. I hate being interviewed. That's why it's really funny that I do this, because I just get to ask people questions that I would never want to answer. It's fun. But I do get worried that when I get interviewed, like how bad would I come across? Would I even remember to promote the thing that they're interviewing me about? Because I like to go on tangents. I like to randomly. I would probably talk about the host outfit the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Same. I honestly practice it all the time. Like I'll just be sitting there and I'll pretend like someone's like, so what's your favorite this? And I'm like, oh, good question. And then I just go into a little conversation. I'm like, cool. I'm just prepping myself for that. That time.
But here's the problem I have with favorite anything. It very much depends on the week or my mood. So when you're asking me my favorite, and then I'll respond, I'll be like, excuse me, that's a terrible question. And then I'll never be invited back.
It's also when someone's like, what's your favorite this?
I'm like, I don't know. What's your favorite? Give me an account, like break it down.
And when someone's like, favorite like I had someone's like, what's your favorite movie? I'm like, well, I have a list of like 100 that I loved. Like I can't really lock it down. Like obviously we have our like classic favorites, always go-tos, like watch all the time kind of ones, but on the spot when someone's like, your favorite this, I'm like, oh, what's your favorite movie? I'm like, Blue. I don't know, sorry, what's the question? Like I can't find it in here. Yeah. Did I get it? No, I don't know. It's always, I just
cheese.
Yeah, cheese. They're like, okay, so you like cheese? I'm like, no.
No, actually, I don't.
I'm keeping you on your toes.
Hey, we're doing a fun thing. Word association, right? Okay.
Woo! But no, getting back to real quick, the dyeing the hair, whatever. I think if it was, I said I would dye my hair, cut my hair. If it was like a nice lead role where it was like, it like made sense. Where it's like, like, you know what I mean? I want to go all in. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, a girl that just pops in at the bar and says, hey, order up. I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be a small, like, if it's a big lead role, I'll do whatever. I know it sounds, I'll do
I
whatever.
mean,
but
look, again, you're selling yourself. You're doing whatever. I'm concerned as just a host.
I'm like, I'll do whatever. Come on.
Conversation for you and your boyfriend. Okay.
That killed me.
I have a question here from,
Yes.
I don't actually know the username, T. Roy Jenkins 30. How?
Oh, yes.
Yes. How was it getting turned into a mannequin in Silent Hill?
Oh, man. That was, well, I mean, filming it was, just laying there, all out there. And
I don't know. I've never been a mannequin. So good question. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the process it was all afterwards. I had to go in and do special effects and basically like sit on this or stand on this like circular, like,
Not a turntable, but something
kind
that
of
turns. I don't know the word either.
I know, and it turned slowly, and it would just like capture like 100 photos of my body. So I just like kind of like stood there, full nude, just stood there, and it turned and just captured all these photos.
Wait, what?
So,
okay, sure, all right. You're very comfortable with yourself, Mazel Tov.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's so funny because I filmed this. It was one of my biggest jobs, and it was with the agent that I'm with now. But I was actually on set filming something, and she like called me and she's like, "Oh my God, there's a big audition that you need to go to. You have to do a modesty test." And I was like, "I don't know what the heck that is." But I'm like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "I'm on break from like the shoot right now, so I'll just scoot over there." And I went there, and it was basically just the director and the modesty test. Like, you heard of modesty tests?
I think I know where this is going, but I'd love for you to explain it to the listeners.
Yes. Well, I had to like be topless in front of the director, and he had to be like, "Okay, yep, good, all right." Lay on the gurney, because I'm on a gurney in the movie. Lay on a gurney, just sit there, and they're just watching me, and they're like, "All right, thank you so much." And I was like, "Okay, that was just the weirdest thing ever, but cool." So I go back to the shoot, and
wait, do they take pictures? Do they take video, or is this just the director's the only person in the room?
It was just the director,
okay,
and one other person, but they didn't take any pictures or anything. They just kind of like looked, I guess, watched. It sounds so weird now.
No, but you know what?
But
if there was a group of 20 and everyone had their phones out, I'd say, okay, red flags. I understand the need for it. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and then I went back to the shoot. When I finished, I got a call from my agent, and she's like, "You booked it. You're shooting tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh my God." And then I get there, and it's freaking Silent Hill. And I'm a mannequin on the gurney, and I'm actually the first person to die in the second movie. And it was freaking awesome. It was super cool because everyone was so comforting, so nice. The set itself was just mind-blowing for me because I've never been in anything like that big. It was like in a warehouse. I was like, I've only ever just showed up to like an apartment and shot something, like this was like big deal. And after we were done, like I spent like 2-3 hours there, and then I was wrapped, and I got to sit down with the director and the DOP, and we were all just sitting there eating, and they were like talking to me, and I'm just like this little like 17-year-old or 18. No, I was 19. 18 or 19. I honestly don't remember when
Let's go with 18 and a half.
Yeah, let's just split down the middle.
18.75. Okay.
I was just like, ooh, yeah, so excited. And yeah, I think I was 8.
I think you have to be
17.
18. Oh, really? Is that legal?
Because my mom was there.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting for a mom to see.
Oh my God. My mom,
if she was like a dance mom, I would love this. Oh my God.
She is literally the most amazing person ever. I booked a music video, and I had to like make out with this guy all day, and my mom's just sitting on the side being like, "God, this is getting hard to watch over here." Like,
I just picture her with like orange slices. "Hydrate, honey. Here's some water."
Oh, she's just the best. She'd be like, "Are you comfortable? Are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm living my dream." And she's like, "Okay, honey, go out there." And then, we'd be kissing. She's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna tell me when they're done, please. When you hear cut." Okay, cool. Like, she's the best though. She literally is the reason why I'm where I am today. So thank God for her. Yeah, she's the best. Oh, that got all sweet now.
Ooh, and a journey of emotions there, from shock to sweet. Oh, is that the Silent Hill? Is that the one on your reel where you get stabbed? No, sorry, I gave away a spoiler. Okay.
No.
Because I'm like, you didn't look like a mannequin in that one.
No,
It was,
actually,
I appreciated that there was a disclaimer and IMDb asked me how old I was before I could watch it. That was
yeah,
interesting. First time
yeah,
I've had to do that.
well, it's because I have a scene in there, I'm pretty sure, and there's like it's not swearing per se, but it is a place in
Oh yeah,
Austria.
that was funny. You did an
Yes.
accent for that one.
Yeah, but I just didn't want like, I'm not saying a child would go on there and watch it. I just didn't want to get like in trouble where it's like, oh, someone's swearing, like you didn't disclaim it or whatever. So I don't know. I just put that on there. I'm like, but no, the stabbing.
It intrigued me more. I wanted to watch it that much more. I'm like, what is inappropriate? I'm excited.
But no, the stabbing was from the Sublet, where I actually had a French accent in that, and that was my first time ever going to Whistler Film Festival, and that was so much fun.
I've heard great things about that film festival. Do you stay in Whistler? Does everyone just stay in that village? Oh, fun!
Yeah, so we stayed in the not too far from the village. Like I think maybe a little ways down, but yeah. But I just remember being there and just this when it's snowing down here, like, it sucks, it's slush, it's blah. I don't know, up there the snow is just so magical. It's falling down and you're like, hit me everywhere, please. Like, I enjoy this West Coast snow. It is great. It was a blast, and that was my first festival. I was like, look at me.
Never forget your first.
Never forget your first. That's
look, I'm always told I should go to TIFF, and it is like I just never know what I would do there if I'm not in a film. And like, what do I do with my hands? It's just my hands in general. Like, what do I do?
We are like best friends. That's exactly what I say. I'm like, why would I go to TIFF if I don't have anything that I can promote or talk about? I'm like,
it doesn't make sense to me. I don't need to see the stars. We're stars.
We are stars.
Okay.
We are among them, okay? But no, it's so funny that you say that, because we just my boyfriend and I did something last year that is submitted to TIFF, so hopefully.
Ooh, good luck. Yes.
Yeah, because then I'm like, exciting. I can actually go and talk about something.
So I'll be a +1, even though you already have one.
Oh my God, I have to bring you in. I'm like, no,
so
I have my personal interviewer here. Okay, no one asked me questions but her. Okay,
I'll check your hair.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Get the sweat. We're good.
Got the dab. Okay.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that.
Oh, that's so exciting. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Was that in your bio? You wrote something that you were producing and starring in? Is that what you were producing and starring? Okay.
No, that's a different film.
Look at you go. I can't keep up with you. I'm exhausted.
You know what though? The thing is, it's like I've done a lot of things that are just kind of out there in limbo right now. And some have been for a while. So I don't know. My boyfriend says, he's like, you know what? It's all going to come out at the same time, and then you're just going to blow up. And I'm like, cool. Let's go with that. But yeah, there's a lot of things.
So like you filmed it, but it hasn't. Okay, I can see that.
So some it's just, there's like at least like 4 projects out there, and that I was like a lead in. So I'm like, oh gosh, no wonder why people are just seeing me for like, no, it's all good. I'm like not getting down that road, but no, it's all
no, but I can understand the frustration, because I know even there was I was told I work with these group of filmmakers when they were still in Toronto Film School, and then they graduated, and they asked me to do a voice for this robot, which was so cool. I love voicing.
Cool.
And they asked me this 2 years ago, 2, 3 years, I don't even remember, to a point where I had just recorded it recently. So I can only imagine the actors are wondering, when is this coming out? And I'm like, I don't know, man, but I just recently recorded all this audio. And that still needs to be edited. So I don't think it's coming out. But as the actor in that, I'd be like, oh, is this even going to come to fruition? What was the point of doing it? You know, like just nervous actor. Like I spent so much time, and okay, whatever, we got paid. But still, I spent so much time, and I want to see myself on the screen. I always use this voice. Okay.
The voice.
Where is my face?
Okay. Yes. I'm always doing weird voices. And then when it comes time to doing the voices, I'm like, what are you talking about? What? I'm like, no, that just comes out.
God.
Like,
okay, there. Look, this is a serious thing that coaches have said, Robyn, stop doing an actor voice. I go, this is how I talk. And if they haven't written a role where everyone needs a voice, that's on them. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this is just me. I'm just doing me.
This is a character that I've created that is part of me. I am being myself, and now you're judging me, and I'm sad.
And I'm sad. Now I'm crying in this character voice.
And now...
I love it.
Oh my God.
But it's like as actors, it's like, hurry up and wait, right? Like you do this great work and stuff, and you're like, well, it's out of my control now. And I just
But
hope
you know
that,
what? It's also like you must have gotten some experience on this. Like with everything that
yes.
I've created, I'm a part of, I've learned something. Sometimes it's a lesson I wish I didn't have to learn, but you learn something.
That's
Otherwise,
the
you're
best
like,
part.
Interesting. Okay, I will know this for next time. Fun.
That's the best part, right? If you could take something from it, something positive, 100%. And every single thing that I've done, I'm like, yeah, it's great, and I've learned, and I did that. I don't want to do that again. I did that. That was fun. Like I would dabble with that again. It's nice to have had those experiences, and those affect me in a way that, I am a better actor or just human.
Well,
person,
and I see the people that you've collaborated with on some of your IMDb credits, and it looks like a really nice group of people for a lot of them. I go, oh, I know these people from different things. Look at this.
Yeah.
This must have been fun. I don't even know. Yeah. The subject matter, maybe not, but look at this. Okay.
That's the best about working on set, right? You just become like a family, and you meet amazing people that are going the same direction you're going. Just so nice to be around people that get us actors, right? When I tell people I have an audition, they're like, what? I'm like, I have an interview. How about that? You understand that? I have an interview. Okay. It's important.
I can't tell non-actors when I get an audition. I hate it. Like, how'd the audition go? I'm like, I don't know. It's been 2 weeks. I'm assuming I didn't book it. It's probably for the next day. Thanks for booking it up. Okay, whatever.
I know. When people ask me, I'm like, it felt good. That's all that matters. I'm like, I felt good. Okay? That's all I can give you.
No, but see, now I want to be like, it didn't feel good, because every time it doesn't feel good, that's when I book it.
You're right, though.
It's just like, no. And every actor I talk to, if you just don't care about it, you have to care enough that you do it, and you just like, whatever, a couple takes, done. And then you walk away. And those are the ones you book. I'm like, I can't get myself there, because sometimes it's a very long time till I get an audition. And I'm like, oh, this little one-liner, watch this. Here's the backstory. Here we go. Da, 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 coming in.
I know.
It should be a show about me, and it's not, because that's not what they want to see. It's literally one line. Just stop.
That's what I've been channeling the past, I don't know, couple of months, is just not caring, but not caring, but enough.
It's not caring, because obviously we care, right? And that's, I don't know how to phrase it. I don't know the word, but it's just not, it's like not being, this is not a desperation of sorts, right?
Yes.
You're not going, oh my God, please book me, please like me. And you're like, this is who I am.
No.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hey. But it's true though, because it's like, if I care, then I'm already caring too much. Like my emotions are like, I have a lot of them. So if I'm caring, I'm like very, very caring. Like too much.
If I tell you, I still think about auditions from like years ago. I go, oh, this is what I should have done. And then you see it on TV. I'm like,
yes! And you're like, oh, I should have done that. Oh, why?
That's not even what that was in the audition. How dare they? Oh yes, I should have done. So I always see that. I go, oh, that choice. That's a good choice. I like when I go, but you said I shouldn't go big, but they are big. but I am big.
Oh my God, I know, right? Like you read the description, it's like, okay, this person is, very sweet, but kind of like a little evil when, like, and you're like, and then you pick all those words. You're like, I'm sweet, kind of evil, can be a little this, and then you go and you're like, all right, I'm sweet, but kind of evil, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. I'm just gonna do me and incorporate a little sweet, a little evil, and hopefully magic,
What's so interesting is I was chatting to someone yesterday, and they were on standby for a role, and they did the complete opposite of what was being asked, because they knew that they weren't anything like the character that was being asked. And they said, I'm just going to be me, and they were on standby. And I thought, I think I did this to her. I'm like, yes, well done. Because people don't know what they want. And I know when I create projects, and I ask my friends, hey, can you send me this? And then they send me something else, and I go, whew, rewriting this. Genius. Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
It was
because
you
try to think of like, what can you do like that's different? Obviously, make stronger, better choices. But yeah, like someone writing, okay, this person's really nice and sweet, and then you go, you know what? I'm just gonna be like sarcastically nice and like, aggressively sweet, and then and they're just like, oh my God, because again, it's like, I know what, but.
I can see that.
They don't know
I'm
what
so
they
sweet.
want.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm so sweet. Not really. But no, yeah, you got to show them what you can bring, you know, because they don't know what they want. They kind of have an idea until they see you. And you're right, you do something different. They're like, shit, I didn't see it like that, but nice choice, honey. All right, I want to see her again. You know, it's like, shit, yeah, go do that.
But I want to stand up for the right reasons, not like, oh, that girl that just can't read. That we said they should give us a complete opposite take. Is like, what is wrong with her? It was a choice. Was it the right choice? Maybe not.
Don't take me. Yeah. No. The life. It's the life.
Gosh. It is. What, like, I don't know. I was going to ask a hard question, and I don't want to do that because I like to keep this casual. But now I also want to do it because I said I'm going to ask a hard question. But
do it.
What is the future, like, dreams? When will you feel like you've made it in your head? Is it all the way to the Oscars, or is it like an accomplishment along the way kind of thing? Does it have to be the Oscars? Because honestly, look, we don't talk about the Oscars, but like, is that an accomplishment for people now?
Yeah,
I mean, look, it still is, and I would accept my Oscar gracefully.
Yes, but I mean, definitely, like, I do Oscar, like, that would be amazing. But
do you have this speech prepared? Sidebar.
Kind of no. I think I would just get up there and just be emotionally me, and then funky and weird, and then be
it's
like,
just, I always, when I see the speeches that aren't good, I go, well, you're an actor. But then I know when I have, because, you know, if I win random awards along the way, I get up there and I say the weirdest stuff.
Yeah.
One time I got an award for whatever, and I thank my cranial nerves, because in my head that was funny, because someone commented like my eye rolls. I'm like, guys, I have to thank my cranial nerves for that. And it was the wrong crowd. No one understood the humor. It was fine. And then my husband standing right in front of me didn't even thank him. And I'm like, my bad. I feel like I have to thank people, but I just go for the joke. Okay, so I learned from that, and in my Oscars,
do that again.
I will not. Yeah. But I want, you know, you just want to have that quotable Oscar speech, or that quote, that thing that, oh yeah, I watched that speech and it inspired me. Because sometimes I watch speeches and I go, yes, inspired, love that,
and then you're crying. You're like, oh god, it's great. It is, but you know what though, I it was always like, okay, win an Oscar, but now I'm just like, dude, when I know that I've made it is when I'm like successfully working on a TV show as a lead, or I'm filming movie after movie. And because I even told my boyfriend, I'm like, once I book like a big movie and they love it or whatever, and I keep going, like, I'm going to keep working. I'm not going to take a day off, because I've been days off since I was 13 trying to get to this point. And it's like, now I'm like, I just want to work. I just want to wake up every day and just do acting. I want to quit my bartending job and just be full throttle acting. Yeah. Through and through, every day, morning and night. And that's when I know I've made it, when my life is just, it is already, you know, revolving around my acting life, career. But I just be able to do it and live it and be paid for it, and can, you know, buy a house and move on and just do life things, maybe start a family. I don't know. I just, until I make it to that point, everything's just kind of leading me to that. That's it. Yeah,
I see that. Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. Continually working. And that's literally, and it's not that we're not working actors up to that point.
Yeah, no, we are now.
It's a little nicer, right? A little, my dream is to literally never have to audition again, never have to take a headshot again. People just offer me roles. That is in my head. I have made it. Yeah. Here's the role. I will decide if I want it.
You know, it's true, because I always wondered, like, what point
I didn't know this was a thing.
Where they just, and they just, hey, I wrote this and I want you to be the lead, and you're like, okay, let me read it first, and then I'll let you know. So it's almost like it's up to you now. You're like,
versus like, yes, I'll do anything. Okay, little role, yeah, hey.
I know, and when I say that, I'm like, I'll do anything. I feel like I'm like so like sad and broken. I'm like, I'll do anything, but it's like at this point,
look, based off the roles you have shared with me, it sounds like you will do almost anything. I thought I would, and then we spoke, and I've learned I won't. I just don't know what I would be. Well, so awkward. I'd be like doing some comedy in there and be like, here's one, here's the other. Okay.
No, yeah.
Surprise.
Like, I want to do those like I want to be like a fighter and like have to like save the world, or like be a crazy person that has like serious like issues that want to like kill people. Like, I know it sounds so weird, but like I would never personally kill people. So in a movie, to get paid to be this villain,
I love the villain is the best part. Yeah, because they believe so strongly in what they're doing, And that's why I started, like, know what, you can't play evil. You have to be, it's this confidence you come in with, and you're just, I am right. I am so strong in my conviction that everyone else doesn't agree with me, but I will show them that I am right.
Yeah.
Villain.
That's right. And then you can go for it because you're like, you know, when you're like the person being like, oh, I'm going to die or whatever. It's like, oh no, I'm dying. But the villain's just like, yeah, I'm coming for you. Like, I don't know. You just can have so much. I feel like it would just be fun to let loose and kind of just like see where the dark side can take you. And, you know, when you're filming every day, you're like, oh God, I'm kind of an evil person. You're like, ooh. And then you can shut it off and be like, okay, I'm nice and sweet and I have flowers again. You know, it's just.
But what if you can't shut it off and then you go full method and next thing you know, it's like Rachel Sellan, serial killer.
You're like, hey, my name's out there. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys.
It's up there for the wrong reasons. But yeah, I'm famous.
You're like, I can get on Netflix on the murder docs. It's all good.
Yeah, that's fine. I am on Netflix for the wrong reasons, but I am there. Yeah. So, you know, half-life achievement. Okay.
Yeah, half-life. I know. Well, but yeah. No. Aw.
I could keep talking to you, and this has been well past half an hour, and this is what happens.
I know. I know. I just looked at it. I'm like, I'm going to have to go donate some blood soon. Woo!
We did discuss this. I said I wouldn't go past the hour. That's wrong.
No.
Also, Instagram Live didn't cut me off. That's what happened.
Yeah. Maybe they're watching and they like our conversation.
Maybe they canceled me for like my second episode. They just stopped it. But then they decided, okay, you know what? All right, I have to apologize to my second guest. Be like, look, I don't know what happened, man. Like, maybe we were more interesting. I don't know. No, he was great too.
Yeah. Well, we're just vibing. We're like the same person. You know, we got our windows, we got our the way we are. You know, we got some cool colors going on here. We got the brown hair.
It's the cool business casual shirt that I only wear for these things. It's the purchase I made that I have to justify buying. So
it's like your self-tape top. You know, I have like a few shirts and I'm like, my self-tape, I look good in this shirt.
Well, I tried it, but then you try and wear it outside and you go, well, this is not a human. This is not an everyday shirt. This is only for self. I don't even know if I can go in the
camera shirt.
Like, this is, I can't leave my house shirt, but it looks great in my space with the lighting here.
Oh, it's short sleeve. I love it. Oh my gosh.
It's cool.
Love it.
Summer blouse. I've decided it's
summer blouse. Yeah. Nice and airy.
Between the flowers and the summer blouse, we're good. Okay. I have to actually. Can you help me create a send off? I never know how to end this well. I decided I'm giving you that responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, it does. Well, to everyone that tuned in and is watching, thank you so much for taking time to join in our cute little conversation by the window, just catching up and talking positively about the industry and our life. And I had so much fun with you, Robyn. I'm so glad, and thank you for inviting me along to share, you know, maybe a little too much about sweat and stuff like that, but all
I loved it. I loved everything.
You know what? When we were talking about sweat, I wasn't sweating. It was wonderful. Maybe that's what I got to do. Just keep talking about sweat, and they'll just.
Because you're not nervous. You're not nervous to share now. It's out in the open. Yeah. And no one's going to own it.
Yes. And oh, thank you, Paul. Loves both of our energy. Yeah. See, we just vibe. We got
There's
good
something
energy.
there.
I love that. Yeah.
If I wasn't married and you weren't dating, I'm telling you. Okay.
Hello.
You're open to a lot of things. Okay. And we'll chat.
Yes.
No, I'm going to start telling my guests to do the send off. This was great. That was a lovely send off. Thank you all for watching. Rachel Sellan, amazing. And enjoy the rest of your day. And this was so fun. Okay, I'm gonna end this.
Yes, thank you so much, Robyn. We'll talk soon and keep killing it. You're beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. And everyone else, thank you. Mwah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.